Please welcome Bill Bull Ohse.
Came out of some awful weather, but the good news is we are here for a show tonight, right guys? Yeah. No matter what. That's the good news. The bad news is I am the stripper. My eyes are up here, right here. You're in for a shit night right now, I can tell you. I start taking off my clothes, even Charlie Sheen goes, yep, shit gets way worse. I was out front, I was watching people as you guys were walking in. People always look pissed when they first see me, but everybody tends to breathe a little easier once I hit the stage, because once I'm here, that's when you start to realize I'm not here to repo a car. I know what I look like, I get it. And then the rest of you, I know what a lot of you are looking at. A lot of you are looking at me going, that is possibly the pointiest head I've ever seen on a human. A very fast laugh right there. That was very quick. Take it in. This is my real head. Not a stun head that I strap on for shows. This is the real thing. Some of you noticed it right away. Like that dude's been staring at me the entire time like I was the first light bulb in an Amish community. He's just like, look, he's almost a unicorn, look. He looks like that fat pencil we used in kindergarten, look. It is my real head. I like being bald. We have bald people in the audience. Round of applause. Where you at, bald guys? There's apparently one woman. I saw a couple of you guys out there with that starter kit, you know, walking around with that public toilet seat thing happening. Shave it off. There's nothing wrong with being bald. The only thing I don't like about being bald is people feel like they have the freedom to come up and touch your head. I don't know what that is. Bald heads and pregnant bellies. People, strangers, feel like they can just step out of the darkness and touch you. And they don't just touch your head and walk away. They stick around like there's wishes involved, right? They rub like something's gonna pop up. Sometimes, ladies, something pops up. That's for you to deal with, because we can't always just put that genie back in the bottle. That's on you. But this is my real head. Like I said, not a good looking head. It's pointy at the top, it's flat on the sides. I have a split that goes up the back of my head. When I was born, the doctors thought I was coming out breech. I'll give some of you a second to figure out the word breech. That is ass first if you're from Kentucky. Doctor kept spinning me around for like a half hour. Eventually told my mom, he said, we gotta pull it out. Just an ass. We're gonna waive that fee. You're gonna need that for diapers. That's a lot of ass on one child. People stare everywhere I go, so I give them something to stare at. This is what I like to do. I like to go to the beach, submerge to my eyebrows, and then just glide up on people. People lose their minds during Shark Week, let me tell you. I got baptized at a public beach. They put me underwater, converted 4 Muslims. Everyone's looking for Christ that Savior when there's a shark in the water all of a sudden, ain't they? This is a nice packed out room, not uncomfortable. We've had some really uncomfortable shows over the past couple of years, especially after COVID. I had to perform one night for an audience of only 2 people sitting at a front table. 2 people, and they were twins, so it was one face. That's uncomfortable. Most uncomfortable show I ever have to do every year, I perform in Land O'Lakes, Florida at a place called Caliente. Somebody's been to Caliente. Have you guys been to Caliente? You live over there, near there? Have you been there before, though? For those of you who don't know, it's a nudist resort. In Land O'Lakes, Florida. Yeah. If you're thinking that's sexy, it's a nudist resort in Land O'Lakes, Florida. Naked people surrounded by trailer parks. That's as sexy as it gets. They claim it's a 5-star resort. I've been, I couldn't find 4 of the stars. And everybody, this is where I learned, there is good naked, and then there's bad naked. And then there's Land O'Lakes naked. That's a really, it's like they're filming The Walking Dead around there. It's awful. They always book me there at the worst time of the year. They booked me there in January. I don't know if you've ever seen a nudist resort in January before. Not as impressive as a nudist resort in July, I can tell you. falls a little short. I was on stage not 10 minutes into my set. This guy comes waltzing in from the outside, comes right up through the center aisle, stands right in front of me, goes, "Man, it is cold enough to hang meat in here." Like, dude, your meat is not hanging. That's barely poking, man. You might want to break up some furniture and start a fire in here. And start with the chairs, because I'm not sitting on nothing. Travel all over. We love looking for the funny. I thought it'd be responsible to get AAA for my car. Cars break down all the time. If you're familiar with AAA's plan, they'll tow your car up to 100 miles 3 times a year. That's all they're giving me. I figured I'd take full advantage of the plan, but my car broke down the other day, 5 miles away from home. I was pissed. Tow truck driver was more pissed. I had him pull my car around the neighborhood 137 times. I live in a very redneck neighborhood, though, so my neighbors watched the entire time going, "This is the worst damn season of NASCAR I've ever seen." It's like, I got all my money on the truck, though. He's been winning for 90 laps. Travel all over. We love looking for the funny. I don't know why. Local comics always want to take us out to strip joints. No such thing as a good strip joint. We've been to them all over the country. They're all awful. I'll give you a few examples. We were at a strip joint in Kentucky, and no, that's the end of the story. We were at a strip joint in Kentucky. Look, the boob to teeth ratio was way off. That was per person. When one woman has way more boobs than she does teeth. That's like watching strippers at a Waffle House. It's not sexy. Just as bad, I was back home in Tennessee. We found a strip club. It was right across the street from Lens Crafters. Don't get ahead of me, hold on. You're familiar with the slogan at Lens Crafters. They say, "We'll have your glasses done in about an hour." Strip club had a sign up said, "Wait that hour for your glasses here." Which is the same thing as saying, "Hey, our ladies are hot as long as you're still blind." They're gonna be hot for another hour, get in here. Worst one we ever went to was in Ocala, Florida. How many people have been to Ocala? If you've never been to Ocala, it's almost like a little chunk of Kentucky broke off and floated into Florida. It's like the lazy eye of Florida drifted away from Appalachia, ended up in Ocala, Florida. We leave the show, we find the strip club. They had a big neon sign out front that said, "Live nude dancers." That's all you got going for you? They're alive? That's a really low bar to hit at that point. Name of the place was Body Shots. It was appropriately named. All the girls looked like they had bullet wounds and shit in them. First dancer comes up. I get it. They have to have their little made-up names for anonymity. You got to pick the right name. First girl comes walking up. She goes, "Hi, my name's Contagious." She thought it was sexy, and they would not give me my money back. She's like, "Why would you want your money back?" I'm like, "I want to get out of here before Zika and COVID show up." Pretty sure they just took Ebola to the stage. I don't want to come in. Tried to make that extra money. She took my hand. She puts my hand on her knee. Tried to slowly slide my hand up into her inner thigh. She whispered to me, "You want to go in the back room with me?" I'm like, "Why? Is that where I can wash my hands?" It was weird. I'd never seen a stripper with a mullet before. That was weird. It's like an identical laugh right over there and over there. We don't have the money to go out looking for the funny. I'm a big couch potato. I love to watch TV. I was watching a while back. They said there was a mountain in Tennessee where they found shark's teeth at the top of the mountain in Tennessee. They claimed it was a Bible-based story. They said the earth was flooded at one point. Sharks inhabited this area at the top of the mountain, and they left their teeth behind. Scientists were baffled. I'm like, "Why? Because you found teeth in Tennessee?" They're all over up there. You just got to kick up dirt to find them. Celebrating a few things. I just recently got to visit my granddaughter. She turned 4 years old. We celebrated my granddaughter's 4th birthday. We have grandparents in the house tonight? Grandparents? That's when I decided to make changes. I don't know how many of you saw me perform in the past. I used to be 360 pounds, I'm down to 265 now, right? Listen, you know it's time to lose weight when you look at a weight loss ad and think to yourself, I wouldn't mind looking like the before picture. But I was told I was going to be a granddad, and I wanted to stick around. You know, I had to lose some weight. And I got to visit my granddaughter, and this is the first time I ever had this. My granddaughter, she came up to me and she said, Grandpa, I want to have a tea party. I never had a tea party with a little girl before, right? So I'm sitting down, I'm having a tea party with my granddaughter. My son comes walking, and he goes, Dad, what are you doing? I said, I am having a tea party with Eden. He goes, okay. He goes, what do you have in the kettle there that you guys are using as tea? I said, well, she filled it with water. He said, you know, she's not tall enough to reach the faucet, right? Like, it was bottled water. Look, I gave y'all the crayons. You colored your own damn picture with that one. Not my fault y'all grabbed the yellow crayon. That was on you. Started going to the gym, trying to work out. I haven't been back to the gym since I was 18 years old. Started going to this place called Planet Fitness. Very desirable gym for fat people, I can tell you right now. Any gym that's got the balls to offer Pizza Monday and Bagel Wednesdays, that's a gym that's going to get a fat man's money, I can tell you that right now. I haven't been back to a gym since I was 18 years old. I get to the gym, all I did was walk through the front door. I just took one step through the front door. I had this man mountain. This guy was a monster. He's like a pro bodybuilder or something. Comes up to me. He goes, hey, can you spot me? Yeah. Like, there you are. Right? You're hard to miss, man. I saw you from the parking lot. Thanks for climbing down off that building and swatting planes to play with me, though. That was nice of you. He's like, no, I need you to spot me. I'm like, what are you looking for, a 20? What are we talking about here? I said, I just got here. You're already taking my lunch money. This is exactly like middle school. Only one of us is having fun. This guy he was a monster. He was going for a maximum bench of 600 pounds. And logical thinking led him to believe, that this could offer some assistance. He's like, can you help me? I'm like, yeah, I can help you. Can help you find a machine that works on poor decision-making skills, because you're stupid. I don't know if you noticed, dude, but from my car into the lobby, I had to stop and brake twice. Like, I literally have Cheetos in my pocket to make it into the building. I needed road snacks to make it all the way to the treadmill. Hadn't even checked in yet. I noticed the kid behind the counter, much larger than me, right? I walked in at a very stealthy 360 pounds. Kid behind the counter, every bit of 400 pounds. I walk over and he said, can I help you? I'm like, dude, they've got exercise equipment right there. I can almost see it from my house, dude. Let's go do it together. Let's go. He had the nerve to wear a shirt that said, I beat anorexia. Like, you sure did, dude. You and Golden Corral tag team beat the shit out of it, didn't you? Y'all should wear that tag team belt and be proud. Get to the treadmill, and this is where I learned at the gym, you don't talk to people. Nobody wants to talk to you. They're there to take care of themselves. They don't care about you. I'm on the treadmill walking. There's a lady next to me. She's flying on this thing, sweat coming off of her. I look over. I said, wow, you can really work up a sweat on these things, huh? She gets so mad at me. She goes, I'm a lady. We don't sweat. We glow. I said, really? I said, I haven't watched it glows. It doesn't smell anything like that. It's an awful smelling glow you have. Also celebrating 19 years after vasectomy. How many guys went through that? A couple of guys and possibly the bald lady. I'm not sure what that was. I did. I had the vasectomy, but I went back home to Tennessee to have it done. I couldn't go to that doctor you guys have on the billboard all over Florida. Have you guys seen this billboard? That thing that runs from Miami to Huntsville, Alabama. This dude will travel with a knife to cut your package, gentlemen. There's a couple things about his billboard that bothers me. Number one, the very top of the sign says low cost or no cost. Guys, if there's any time in your life where you should probably pay retail, I'm thinking it's when there's a knife anywhere near that area, right there. And then down at the bottom of the sign, what does it say? It says, no needle or scalpel required. What the hell's he using, his teeth? You picture that, the doctor comes walking in and says, all right, sir. First thing we gotta do is we gotta numb it. Numb, 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 numb. That was really uncomfortable for you, sir, I can tell. The look on your face is mortifying. It wasn't just you, I numb-numbed everybody. Everybody got the numb-numb. You look mortified too. That's the grossest thing I do on stage, right there, that is it. I was back home in Tennessee when I decided to have the procedure done. I walk in and the nurse tells me, she goes, sir, what we need you to do is we need you to go in that room down at the end of the hall. Take off all your clothes, sit on the table, wait for the doctor. I didn't. Everybody in the cafeteria was pissed. Nobody wanted me sitting on their table. Doctor comes in, he said, the first thing we gotta do is we gotta shave around your private area. How many guys here shave in the private area? Shave in the private area, sir? Shake your head, no. You're not doing it, sir? You're a young man, how old are you? You know I can see you, right? You're right here. You got holes in your jeans, I can damn near see them, as it is. Sir, you shaving down there, sir? Cleaning up down there? What's that? No comment. That's a no. That's a no. I don't know if you... That's a no. Ma'am, again, my eyes are up here. You're definitely cleaning up down there. Look at you. Got that metrosexual look to you. You're clean as can be. Sporting wood floors, that guy over there, right? That's how you do it, sir. This guy's he's walking around all snuffleupagus. He doesn't care. Pulls down his pants. It's like a scene from Welcome Back, Kotter. It's his afro right there. Listen, I get it. Once we start getting a little older and the hair starts changing colors, you know, it gets a little bit depressing. You go into the bathroom, you shave it down. Now you're pissed off looking at the floor in 50 Shades of Grey. I didn't do it before the vasectomy. I've been doing it every 2 weeks since. So seriously, have you ever notice how much bigger a tree looks when you weed eat around it? You know. It stands out. It's probably something you didn't want the rest of the table knowing, too, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry about that, sir. You're going to be known as wood floors from now on. You know that. I apologize for that. If you have kids, though, you barely have enough time to go into the bathroom and do what you have to. The kids will follow you into the bathroom. No privacy whatsoever when you have kids. I remember going into the bathroom one time and nobody followed me in. I have 5 kids. Nobody followed me in. I'm like, now's my opportunity, right? Dropped trowel, I pulled out the razor, I started to shave. I got halfway through the job. Door flew open. Right in came the manager from Red Lobster. He was pissed. I am not allowed back at Red Lobster. Any location. If you could go and bring me a cheese biscuit, I would appreciate that. This is what I do. I travel around, do stand-up comedy. My ex-wife also had a very unusual hobby job. She did the pleasure party consulting. How many ladies here have been to the pleasure parties? Like 2 ladies over here. I liked her having something to do, but she would always bring home really weird stuff for us to try out. Like really weird. She brought home edible underwear. For me. Have you ever seen edible underwear for a man my size? That is an all-day chew right there. They come from Stouffer's. Side of the box says serves 4. We got halfway through 4 plates. She said, I can't. You lose the mood? She said, no, I'm full. She tried like a trooper, though. She tried, got halfway through them, started gagging and choking on them. That's my fault, because you're not supposed to wear those all day long. I was wrong earlier. That's the grossest thing I say on stage. I swear I do that one just for me. Every time the company comes out with a new product, we had to try it. She brought home this stuff called emotion lotion, right? Somebody knows what that is, right there? It's a flavored. Way more people know what it is than what admitted went to the parties. Did you notice it? Like half the room suddenly, oh yeah, we have that. That's in the top drawer. That's a constant. It's a flavored oil or a lotion that you apply to your partner, you blow on it, it gets hot. It's supposed to be really erotic, right? My ex-wife thought she was going to try that at the end of a very long day. I came home and passed out, tired, and she covered my body in this stuff. Yeah, everything was fine until the fan turned my way, lit my ass on fire. She's crying because she was trying to be romantic. I'm pissed off wondering whose idea was to bring hot sauce to bed. Every time the company comes out with a brand new, you ladies want to call them massagers, like that's fooling anybody. Those are getting bigger and bigger, ladies. You ought to be a damn shame to yourselves what you ought to be. That last one she brought home was a monster. It's like that. It said diesel fuel down the side of it. She pulled that thing out of the bag. It's like a scene from Star Wars. I'm like, hold up, Obi-Wan. You're not bringing the Force anywhere near my dark side. She said, you better skywalk your ass over here if you want something. I slept on the couch and went Han Solo. Hey guys, that's my time. I want to thank you for yours.
Ohse!